Saturday Night Baseball downtown at Petco Park in San Diego. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Chris Paddock, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
So here is Ozzie Albies, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for Atlanta, the second baseman, Ozzie.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1. Guys, the Swingin' Friars, as they take the field here tonight, they come in off another victory last time out, and now they're winners of 8 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, we're getting a look at a really good team right here, D-Row. The only thing you hope they can do is to stay focused as the season winds down. They're a good team, and it looks like they could go a long way in the postseason.
Dan, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what's the best way to go in. Clinch your division early, be playing good baseball, meaningful baseball down the stretch to get into the postseason. Bottom line is it's an 11-12 game sprint when you get in. You want to be executing on all cylinders when you get in, but anything can happen.
Batting second, the shortstop, Swansea.
Now 1 down with the bases empty, and that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
1 out, nobody on. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Last pitch was a fastball, tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hitting.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman, and a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. The 0-1 on its way. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
So next to hit is Ronald Acuna. He comes into this one hoping for a late season push toward moving up near the top of that RBI leaderboard.
D-Row, this guy's just off the pace for the RBI title. Less than 3 runs batted in his last 10 games.
He's had such a productive season. I'm fired up to see the guys in front of him get on base. Give him an opportunity to get right back in this race.
And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. He's had a real nice season in the batting average department, but he'll need to turn it on a bit down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that coveted batting title.
You know, D-Row, this guy's been white hot all season long. Needs to pick the pace up, though. Second right now in average in the league.
I agree with you, Dan. He's going to get hot if he wants to chase down this coveted batting title. He's got to find a way to not chase the numbers and trust the process each time he steps in the box.
Ready with the 0-1. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. 2 left for Atlanta, and now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Mike Soroka, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep into games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more. So this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Acuna has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Batting second, the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
So bases are empty with one gone, and standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Now here's the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
Batting third, the shortstop.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. First pitch of the AB now. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
This is an awesome matchup, especially at this moment in time. You got some guys that are fighting for some serious hardware, and I want to see how this shakes out.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Padres down in order. Still no score. Stepping up is Travis d'Arnaud. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that's too high.
The 1-0 home. That's 2-1. Travis d'Arnaud with an even 2-2 count now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Here's the pitch on 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Chopped to third. And he'll reach first safely. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
At the plate, Austin Riley, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. A dozen home runs, 27 driven in. Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Back on it is the left fielder. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Christian Pache.
Next up is Christian Pache. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Darno stands at first with one out. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. One there, relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Here's Manny Machado now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
The third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's the first pitch to him. Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire. Man, a pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Will Myers waits on deck. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location. So a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So here's Will Myers. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. And he begins play with a very respectable 35 home runs for the season. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he sent down via the strikeout.
Nola.
That'll bring up Austin Nola. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hit out towards second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Striding in is Mike Soroka. 9-1-2 due up.
Mike Soroka.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Is in there. A called strike 3.
Flat out locked him up with a changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Second appearance here, he grounded out to start the ball game. Here comes the 0-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Now at the plate is Dansby Swanson, a base hit in his first trip. Here's the pitch.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1-2-3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Down in order go the Braves. Home half of the third coming up. No score. In to hit will be Trent Grisham. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First offering on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Pache is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Digging in now for San Diego, Jorge Mateo. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Well, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Here comes the 1-2.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Into the windup and the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
So now the pitcher, Chris Paddock. This is a textbook sacrifice situation, so let's see if that's the call. First pitch on the way, and he's squaring around here, but he can't connect. 1 strike.
He doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach right here. That sac bunt is definitely staying on.
Now the 0-1. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number 1 in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
Throw over to the bag, and late reactions, and they got him.
Hey, a good right-handed pickoff move is really all about the footwork, and that was nice. He got his feet all the way around the first, which allowed his hips and everything else to clear for an accurate throw to the inside of the bag. That, and it was real quick, too.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hit on the ground toward the left. Swanson picks it up. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing there for the Friars. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Freddie Freeman is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Pitch is popped up. Tatis is over to take a look at it, and that's going to land foul. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Acuna digs in now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Lifted down the line in left. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Count is 1-2 now. Skied into straightaway right. Myers is under it. 2 down. Two down, no one on base, and that'll bring up big-time RBI man Marcell Ozuna. First offering on its way. High in the air out to center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. And at the plate is Jake Cronenworth. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Still a big bagel in that hit column, and this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there on the mound is completely shutting you down.
Pache will get there as he takes care of this one for a long out number 1. Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt an effort his teammates are appreciative of. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in, as he'll take a look at ball one. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now the 1-0. He pops it up. Ozuna on the run. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Now here's the pitch. Hit back toward the mound. And the Friars are into the hit column.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. From the belt, the pitch. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this one's in the dirt, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first two pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit out towards second. Albies brings it in to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Like clockwork, a 4-6-3 double play to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He collected a base hit his first time up.
The catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Here it comes.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Behind 0-2 now. Very weakly on the ground. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Up next for Atlanta.
Next up, Austin Riley flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
No balls and a strike to count. And it's quickly 0-2. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Softly hit out towards short, and that'll be the second out.
Now batting, right fielder.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Christian Pache. First pitch on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Grisham at the track. The wall. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center. 12 home runs for him now thus far. As the Braves get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Hey, every once in a while, the speed guy will jump up and bite one. He absolutely crushed that baseball. Doesn't fit his usual tool description, but he can go deep if you leave one over the heart of the plate.
Up next for a blast, the pitcher.
Into the box now, Mike Soroka.
He offers at it and hits it in the air to left.
And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Middle of the night downtown. It's now 1-0 Atlanta. And in steps Manny Machado.
Leading up for the Padres, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's up near the top, currently tied for second in that category in the National League. Here's Will Myers looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. No runs, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently third best. At the plate now is Austin Nova. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. One strike away from 5 shutout innings.
It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They still trail 1-0. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. And now the first pitch. This year against right-handed pitching, Albies has a batting line residing in the 230s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
This one's flared out toward left. Machado has a play, one away. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. First pitch of the AB on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And that fastball's taken but catches the outer third. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 2-2. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away. Next to dig in, Freddie Freeman. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball.
2 out, nobody on. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
3-0 now.
No strike.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And foul.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Change of speeds is one of the hardest things that offensive players have to deal with, especially if he's got the arm action working like he does. That pitch was 19 miles an hour slower than the previous pitch.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Grisham makes the catch to end the inning. Down in order go the Braves, but they're on top 1-0. And now here is Trent Grisham. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First offering.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And he falls behind 0-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Into the windup and the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. There to handle it is Ozuna, and there's 1 away. Next to the plate for the Padres, Jorge Mateo worked a walk in his first plate appearance. The pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Acuna coming in, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. So only the second hit he's given up tonight.
Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And the runner back easily. In now, Chris Paddock. Mateo's off and running. On attempt misses. The throw down. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. And a bunt attempt misses, and we'll see how they play it down 0-2.
He's going to be looking down at the third base coach right now, hoping he takes this bunt sign off. It's just a lost art in today's game.
Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Bunt sign still on with 2 strikes as he puts this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Now back.
So stepping in is Jake Cronenworth. The potential tying run for him at third base. To hold the lead, here's the delivery as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 7th inning coming up. It's the Braves 1 and the Padres nothing. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Here's the first pitch to him.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Ground ball right side. Fielded cleanly. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Now it'll be Marcell Ozuna. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. And now Travis d'Arnaud. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Myers going back at the track. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They lead it 1-0.
Leading up for the Padres, the first baseman, Aaron Hosmer.
First pitch on its way. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Heading out towards shallow right. Here comes the right fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Up next with the Padres.
Digging in will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Here's another 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Again, another foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what? They find themselves still facing the starter. If they would have had some ABs like this earlier in the game, I think they get into the bullpen by this time.
Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And they'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. 2 outs now in the San Diego 7th. And standing in now, the always dangerous third baseman, Manny Machado. First pitch coming. Here it is. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and a strike now to Machado. Outside, 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Machado on his way to second. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Number 5.
Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Will Myers is in for a third plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. That's by him for strike 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Two-out double left stranded. More from MLB Network Saturday Baseball after this. Stepping in once again is Austin Riley. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
The third baseman, Austin Riley.
Now here's the first offering. Fouled off. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to left, number 13 for him on the year, and it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
And you know who's the happiest about that insurance run right now? The guys in the bullpen. They can now breathe a little easier knowing they have a bigger cushion to work with to close this one out.
The batter will be Christian Pache. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and the win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Base is empty here with nobody out. Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike two. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
At the plate now, Mike Soroka. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home.
Hey!
You could tell this guy's got great feel for all his stuff right now. To break out that nasty hammer right there, this guy's on point.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Popped up. And this is going to be a foul ball. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
2 out, nobody on. And that misses. 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Myers able to track it down for the third out. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's now 2-0 Atlanta. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And that brings up Austin Nola.
The catcher, Austin Nola.
First pitch coming. Here it is. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Standing in now, Trent Grisham. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. No hits to this point. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Jorge.
Now at the plate here is Jorge Mateo. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. Right fielder coming on. He can't get there as it falls in.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-Row, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning starting.
Victor Caratini will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 17, Victor Caratini.
Ready with his 100th pitch of the ball game. This will come up empty that time on a sinker at strike one. He enters here right at the 290 mark. 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1 fouled away.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
The 0-2 pitch.
Outside, that's ball.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Mateo is off at first with 2 away. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Now a throw over to first, and he's back in standing. Popped up. Swanson trying to get there. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for San Diego. They're still down. It's 2-0. Taylor Williams enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Stepping in for the Braves, Dansby Swanson. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. The 1-1. Softly hit here to the left side. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out. So his day over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the San Diego starter. And he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Well, this is one of those as a pitcher where you don't get rewarded for pitching well. He threw the ball great in this one. Didn't get much run support. He's in line for the loss, and he deserves a much better fate. He threw the ball pretty well in this one.
First delivery to him. Freddie Freeman comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
And they go away here. It's a called strike, 0-2.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box, Ronald Acuna. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 37 on the year as the Braves have opened up a 3-0 lead.
They still have the bottom of the 9th to try and stage a comeback, but one thing that's not coming back is this blast to extend the lead to 3. Nice knowing you've got some room for error, especially on the road.
Here's Marcell Ozuna.
The left fielder, number 20.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hit in the air down the left field line. Mateo gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up for the Padres. It's now 3-0 Atlanta. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jake Cronenworth. And then what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. The windup and the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ozuna is under it. He's got it 1 away. Eric Hosmer to the plate now. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
Albies picks it up, throw on to first, and the Padres are down to their final out now. Up next, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
First pitch on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and it's gone into the 4th floor of the Western Metal Building. So a solo shot down the line in left, and his power surge continues, and even 60 for him on the year, and the Padres are on the board. It's now a 3-1 game.
Well, you can see how pure his swing is, and that's why he's able to hit an incredible 60 home runs this season. Might as well start engraving his name on the MVP trophy because he's having a year for the ages. Witnessing history, folks.
Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart as he couldn't quite get that final out, but he will leave with the lead after a strong 8 2/3. Luke Jackson takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. To the plate now, Manny Machado.
Third baseman.
As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0 home.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. San Diego down to their final strike. This one's flared off to the right side. Pache is there. makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Boy, what a way to get that final out, D-Row. Talk about flashing some leather to end one.
No doubt, Dan. That ain't your generic punch-out or 6-3. That is a guy selling out, taking a chance, and getting the boys fired up for the final out.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Braves used a nice fifth inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Mike Soroka gets his 18th win of the year, the best on the staff, as he finished just 1 out shy of 9 complete innings. Chris Paddock pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Padres, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 39 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.